Okay, we're gonna do things a little different today. I'm gonna talk to you guys about foam rolling. I have a love-hate relationship with foam rolling. I used to do it a long time ago, and then a couple years ago I KonMari'd my foam rolling. If you don't know what KonMari is, it just means I got rid of it 'cause it wasn't bringing me joy. And then when I got my CPT this year, my Certified Personal Training Certificate, they talk a lot about foam rolling. It's called SMR in that world, which is self-myofascial release. And I realized how important it is and that I should be doing it more. So I wanted to tell you guys show you guys what my routine is. I am not good about just doing it with no other multitasking thing, because otherwise I just think about how much it hurts. So I will listen to a book, or I will watch like a call that I need to follow up on, or I also use Insight Timer. They have a ton of really awesome courses, and I will listen to a course. Sometimes that's a little bit more meditative, so it doesn't always work well if you're supposed to be zenning out and I'm like torturing my muscles. So they say that when you foam roll, you should be on a tender spot for 30 seconds in order for, I won't get into the science, but it's the Gogli or tendon organs. You want them to release, and they only release after about 30 seconds. So staying on a tender spot for 30 seconds can be really difficult, but I will just go through what my kind of routine is, and I go slow enough that it usually takes me about 15 minutes to do like basically both my legs. I really focus on my legs because of how much running I do. So I'll start on one side of my leg. I usually start on the outside, like my IT band, and I will start either all the way down by my knee or up at my hip. And I'm not going to do it as slow as I actually do it, but I just slowly roll until I find a tender spot, and then I sit there for a while, and then I just keep moving until I've worked all the way down to my knee, and then I shift a little bit so I'm more on the outside of my quad, and then I go all the way down the outside of my quad, because your quad really wraps around. There's 4 muscles in the quad, so you really have to do, here comes the dog, multiple sides of your quad. So I do the outside of my quad. Go, Bella. And then once I've done the outside of my quad, I shift more to the inside of my quad and do that. You can also do your hamstring, but I just find that my hamstrings aren't that tight. I don't feel a lot of tender spots, so I don't focus there. The other thing I love doing is like the figure 4 stretch. Do it this way. And really rolling out. I kind of roll more side to side on this, like this, and really get all that stuff in my hips. It can be super intense. The other thing I like doing is my calves. And I find it hard. I tend to like to do the inside of my calf, and sometimes I don't feel like I can get enough pressure because there's not a lot of body weight out there. I'll cross my other leg over and kind of lift my hips up to really put more weight on that calf. An upper body one that I'll do is more for my lats. So if you're here, this is not something I would normally think about rolling, but it definitely makes a difference. So you can roll at your lats. The other tool that I use that I recommend is this ball. It's actually a lacrosse ball from Dick's Sporting Goods. I love this for the upper back knots, just letting it dig into my rhomboids and my traps and everything. I just lay on the floor with it kind of wedged in my back, and then I roll around and get it to another spot. So that is my foam rolling technique. I know it's super painful, but I highly recommend doing it. It'll really help you just feel better in your daily movement and also perform better in your workouts. Have a good one.